Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to this stream of Flight 4. No Pip-Boy, Minigun only, no HUD, no DLC. Where the no Pip-Boy thing means no using the Pip-Boy for anything except for getting perks. So, for example, I can't equip items with the Pip-Boy, I can't view information on the Pip-Boy. And yeah, the Pip-Boy color is even set to black, so that if I accidentally open up the Pip-Boy, I can't see anything about my condition. So for the Brotherhood quest line, the next thing to do is to actually run through to actually run through the mass fusion basement, like the reactor area. And you know, I've mentioned this before, but the thing with that is that it's a highly radioactive area, and in this challenge, I can't acquire that much radiation protection. I should. Huh? I guess I'll do that. Okay. So yeah, with very little radiation protection available to me, the only possible thing I have available to help me get through that area is it's basically part just straight up running straight through as quick as possible, and part. What else? I'm gonna try saving here again. I don't think the game's gonna let me. Sometimes you can position yourself in a specific place that lets you. Yeah. It's not letting me. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure it's not the turrets. I think what's going on is that there's a synth upstairs somewhere, and it's preventing me from sleeping. Oh, nice. Okay. On the off chance that that was the guy I needed, I'm gonna pick up this stuff and... Oh, more bullets. Although you get so little bullets from this gun from just picking it up out of like boxes and stuff that it isn't really worth going through boxes specifically for ammo. I mean, it is still useful if you want to huh. So I'm just picking this stuff up so that once I when I save, I'll just have this stuff on me. But yeah, so I guess another thing to think about is that with the best strategy available to just run through that radioactive area as fast as possible. No, I still can't save there. Would it possibly be the turrets? I don't know, it shouldn't be. But yeah, so anyway, um, come on, there we go. Yeah, so just so that I'd have some idea of what I'm, you know, doing with this quest, and what like what I was up against as well. I looked up a challenge run that somebody did. What's? Oh, just must just be a weird part of the collision. Yeah, so I looked up a challenge run where somebody beat this game with no armor, no weapons. Oh yes, okay. Okay. So he would have been right above the beds. I'm gonna see if him being gone will allow me to save. Yeah, okay, it does. Before I do, is there anything else I want to pick up? I guess that. Yeah, just a couple of things. Oop. And in the trash can is just the mop. Okay. That's just... Oh, I'm pretty sure I got everything in here. Okay. Right. So this will remove my well rested. Probably... I'll probably still want to, you know, do this before every attempt. But I'm just going to have a bit less agility and endurance, which, you know, at this point, I genuinely don't think having extra sprint time would benefit me. So I'm just going to go into here. And so basically the idea behind this is that, you know, my plan is run to the button, push the button, run back, and push the button that activates the decontamination chamber again before I get killed by the radiation. And then, you know, activate it again, run back, get the agitator, and run back there. And the point of that is it basically skips the animation of the agitator housing just rotating down. Right, and then, so just to explain what would happen, you know, the time when I did that and had the best outcome, I went there, I pushed the button, I'm not even sure if I pushed the button, but I had my reticle on the button and I hit X and then I went back. And then I ran through here, pushed that button, saw the door close, and then within half a second I just flat out died. Also, you know, just on the off chance, because you never know. No, okay. Alright, before I try to brute force through here, I just wanted to make sure... Actually, it doesn't really matter if I have it on me. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing some hidden mechanic where in this area, if you pick up a hazmat suit, it auto-equips, or if you pick up the Rad-X, it auto-equips. Yeah, so anyway, the thing with this area coming back is that when you push the button and close the door, you have to wait something like 3 seconds before the door closes. Not 3 seconds. You have to wait about 2 to 3 seconds for between the door closing and the radiation's basically stopping. You know, you still have like a trickle of radiation, but a lot less than the 80 you would be taking in that general area. And so maybe also, wouldn't it be fun if there was something in here that just limited the radiation a bit that I didn't know about? Oh. But yeah, so I don't know. I think when I did this optimally, maybe I could shave off half a second from doing the sprinting a little bit better. If I turned it a little bit quicker, the problem is that like I turn pretty slowly, and let's check. Huh. What if I do that? Okay, so this will probably take some getting used to, but maybe if I did this and then just went loop. Be very awkward, but you know that's one thing. It'd make turning a bit quicker, but it'd make everything else a whole lot more awkward. And I have to like zip to the button and zip back, you know, to where I'm running next. Yeah, this is very awkward, but I noticed that it was, you know, it was taking me a long time to turn around the corner, and continue on. But this way, I might be able to just, what if I just, might be able to jump around the corner and keep my sprint. Another thing that I was thinking about was, you know, skipping corners. So like jumping around there, jumping route from there to there, and jumping from there to there. Problem is, there's like rails there, and it's like rails. It's rails about the same size as this, which, you know, I can easily jump over. But if I jump over them, I can't really get that much further. Plus, I'd have to, you know, do what's called a setupless jump, where I just have to just wing it and just go. Right? Whereas normally when you do a difficult jump, it helps a lot if you can have a specific setup, which basically involves which usually involves doing something to get your position precise, or like, you know, orientation precise, so that you could make some jump or some action. But any setup time would probably take too long. I reckon possibly all up, if I did everything perfectly, I could maybe save a second. And I need like 2 to 3. So at the moment, I'm thinking like this area. I guess there's more radix. I'm guessing that this area is just impossible. Right, that, you know, all the radiation resistance I can muster, which is 30 from rad resistance, 25 in the volt suit, 5 from the magazine, plus nerd rage, which effectively lengthens the amount of time I get to stay in there because it gives slow time, which slows the radiation. All that combined, you know, just barely isn't enough. And I reckon it's so close that if I had some way of getting 10% speed bonus, this would be a lot easier. With that said, I should at least try to exhaust the possibilities here. You know, try to go through every strat, see if it could work, or if it couldn't, um, yeah.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence.
Oh, and one thing, actually, I'll say that after.
You may proceed.
Uh, no, that, yeah. You sort of have to do a... Trying that jump is very awkward to do. It's like... I don't know. Oh, this way. Should probably also... so that was primarily to attempt that jump. If I could do it better, you know, if I could jump precisely enough so that I jump from the ground onto the thing and then straight onto the other thing, that would probably save some time.
Now cycling airlock.
But I'm just gonna see what happens if I just run there and back.
Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
The agitator is secured into the...
So it closes. Huh.
Decontamination complete.
Okay, so now I have to verify. Okay, so I'm surprised that actually let me through. The trouble is that I didn't actually make it.
Please wait.
I'll have to try that again.
Decontamination complete.
Because I waited for a moment, that might not be it. Huh. Yeah, so it's so close. The trouble is that yeah, it just isn't activating the button, and I don't know if it's hmm.
Examination complete.
Nope, that nah. Yeah, the trouble is that the hit that either I'm not hitting the buttons correctly, like those two buttons, or the hit detection is very, very fucky on those buttons. But because it's like because increasing the look sensitivity had a bigger effect than I thought, I'm gonna go and find a I'm gonna find like a sticky note or something like that. See if I can mark on my TV where the actual reticle should be. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna, as a test, I'm not gonna put the HUD on, but I'm gonna put the crosshair on. Wait, do I need to have a HUD for a crosshair? What if it's... Yeah, I need a HUD for a crosshair. Okay. I want to see, like, just this once, if it's a problem with my aiming, or a problem with the game's, like, hit detection or like angle detection or something like that. If the game isn't registering that I'm pushing the buttons, then there's nothing I can do about that. If I guess the last possibility is that pushing that button just turns that back up. But I want to see.
Please wait.
I want to see if I'm hitting the button properly. Okay. Shit. I think that was just because of me hitting the other thing. I don't know. But that might be because the thing is fucky. We'll see. Alright.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence.
Okay.
Contamination complete. You may proceed.
So if I make sure that I hit the button, that just kills me. Alright, let's see what happens if I just mash it 3 or 5 times. Also, I suppose one benefit is that if it turns out to not that much be my fault in like sucky aiming, then you know I'll at least feel a little bit better about giving up on this. But you know, I want to be sure if it's because I'm just being shit, or if it's because the button detection thing isn't very, very good.
Contamination complete. You may proceed.
Yeah. Okay, so I do see that there's someone in my chat, so I know that my challenge set includes not having a Pip-Boy and not having a HUD. The reason why I'm having a HUD is just so that I can diagnose exactly why this one area is giving me so much trouble. I think one of the problems is that if I have my look sensitivity, which is this, normally I'll just go into here to show it's maxed out, whereas normally it's about there. And so an issue that I'm having with the Mass Fusion basement is that essentially I'm running up to the button inside there, the one that you press to lift down the agitator. Right, because it's in some specific housing, you have to like release it from the housing with the button. And then I have to run back and hit that button. Now, to be fair, both of those are very difficult when, you know, my look sensitivity is like this and it's all over the place. But if it doesn't register that I'm hitting the button, if I'm like, you know, because like either the detection is fucky or the detection area is really small, that's not really a
Initiating decontamination sequence.
Yes, yeah. So Radex or hazmat suits or power armor or anything like that are very viable methods of going through here. Even Radaway, which has a lot of downsides in survival mode, would still be a more viable way of going through here than Rad Resistant plus Volt Suit plus Nerd Rage. And also, part of the challenge rules is no Pip-Boy, which means no equipping items, which means I can't hotkey Radex and use it.
Examination complete. You may proceed.
Nah, okay. That was very close, I think. But I mean, if I could, if I could actually do a jump, that would save 1 second. Like, I don't know if it'd save a second. Maybe it would save like half a second or something. I don't know. But if I did that, and I'll show you what I mean about the jump. So normally you run from there, down there, up there, all the way around there to there. If instead I were to go there, jump onto that, jump then onto that, and then hit the button and then run back, that could give me enough time to survive. But it means that rather than turning my camera a bit, I'm just yanking it down. And even yanking it down, it's like I would actually want to, pull it down as I'm jumping.
Valve cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Examination complete. You may proceed.
Yeah, and then if Nerd Rage activates there, I'm dead. Yeah. And so even to tilt my camera down would be very, in that short of an area, it probably wouldn't do that much. And it might even be probably still have some difficulty just like using the button. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm attempting to do. That's why I'm standing back a bit, so that when the door opens, I'm already sprinting. Now, one thing that I could do would be to, specifically time it so that I sprint before the door opens, and then the door opens, and then when I'm at the door has just opened, so that so that I'm spending a little bit less time in the radiation. But if I clip the door, or if something weird happens that basically causes me to hit the door, then okay, actually that might actually work.
Cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Contamination complete. You may proceed.
The agitator is secured into the reactor.
Move. Come on. So I'm very sure that I hit the button. Yeah. Okay. Now the other thing I want to test, before I go ahead and attempt to do that without the HUD, is I want to see if I go up here, then save, and then die, I want to see if the... So I'll do that. I want to see... I better put this back over here. I want to see if the agitator housing stays down. So there's probably going to be sense further up here. I'm going to just walk up to them and get myself killed.
Is someone present?
Yes. Hey you, kill me. There we go. So now that I've died, it's like reloading the save that I made when I slept in that sleeping bag. And I'll still the save before it, so that if this does work, I can go back to it. But if saving and loading prevents me from resets the agitator housing, then I'm gonna get a little closer. If I die, then I die. That's gonna be fine.
Please wait. Examination complete.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. So you know what? I think your idea of sprinting into the door might have actually made this possible. I'm gonna load this save. This is a save before I actually hit the button. Before I went through, hit the button and went back. Okay. So I guess, actually, yeah, let's. No, it's display. I'm going to turn that off. And then HUD opacity all the way down. Okay. So now I know I can hit the button and make it back. I know that's doable, and I also know that it's probably easier to get the agitator than it is to hit the button. So, I mean, obviously I have to run a bit further, but I'm not spending as much time just hitting the button and hoping for the best. This might be doable.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait.
So I want to start running on proceed.
Examination complete. You may proceed.
Okay. Maybe I should start running after proceed. I just know that I was able to hit the button. Maybe it could come down to just the sheer luck of where my cursor happens to be. I can also tell that I should start running a little bit later. I should start running at about the end of proceed and not the beginning. Okay.
Now cycling airlock. Please
Maybe standing over here would be a little bit better.
initiating decontamination sequence. Contamination complete. You may proceed.
Up. That could have been good. The problem is I just, missed the ledge. I hit the railing and fell down. Also, I should be doing this before I go in. Okay.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Contamination complete. You may proceed.
The agitator is secured into the reactor.
Okay, I'm not sure that I hit the button.
Decontamination complete.
However, it does mean that, if I leave and, get the thingy, that means... Did I do it? It doesn't look like it. I don't think so. Okay, I'll try that again.
Wait. Decontamination complete.
Also, I guess the timing is different if I'm doing this the second time. Okay. Yeah. That was close. But... Because my timing was off, I spent a little too much time in the area. No, I don't think it's going to work. No, okay. I missed the I missed a couple of sprints and hit the door. I think rather than cutting corners, if I just, you know, take a wide angle, I think that saves time because it maintains my sprint. And, you know, something that's sort of ironic about this is that this would be a lot easier if the decontamination chamber didn't exist. You know, if I could just run in and run out, I wouldn't have to wait for the rats to stop.
Initiating decontamination sequence. Contamination complete. You may proceed.
1. Nah. It like requires a very perfect sprint. Plus, I'm making the mistake of spending too much time seeing if the button was hit. I should not do that.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Contamination complete. You may proceed.
20. I think I did it.
Contamination complete.
Yeah. I'm going to verify from a couple of angles. Can't quite see it from there. Maybe just let my health. Okay, that's. Yeah, from there it definitely looks like it's down. I guess it's really hard to see from that point. But you know, I'm pretty sure it's down now. So I'm gonna drop another save. And you know, when I was testing with the HUD on, saving again basically made it so that I was tired. But that shouldn't matter. We have now done half of we've done half of the mass fusion basement with no HUD and no Pip-Boy, which is, you know, something that I wasn't sure if it would be doable, but there we go. Also, I'll double check that I have the save there. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely saved. Now, another thing is that alright. Oh. Okay, that's death. That's death. Okay. Let's try that again. I should probably at least attempt to do this. You know, without the jump first.
Please wait. Examination complete.
20. No. I didn't even pick it up. 21. So I got the agitator, I just didn't make it back in time. Had I done that a bit better, I could have possibly made it.
Please wait. Examination complete.
2020. This might not do it. No, definitely not. No, okay. Okay. Also, spending a moment to recharge my IP is probably good.
Please wait. Examination complete.
Fuck.
Please wait. Examination complete.
Fuck. It dropped my input. No, I'm always ending up over here. It's like so close.
Please wait. Examination complete.
Didn't even drop my jump. What the fuck is wrong with this? It dropped my sprint, it dropped my jump. I swear I hit those buttons. I swear.
Please wait. Examination complete.
That was very close.
Please wait. Examination complete.
The thing is, it's like very close. It's so unimaginably close. If it just wasn't for that fucking decontamination chamber. If it wasn't for that chamber, I'd have done it by now. If the doors were jammed open, I would have been done. Maybe if I stop a little bit earlier. You know, before the agitator. Nope, that didn't do it. Alright. But I think saying 20, 20, 20 in my head is a little bit better. I just have to, for one, hit the thing, and for another,
Please wait. Examination complete.
fuck. Okay, okay, so it's starting to feel like while the first part is doable, the second part isn't. I think I have to go back to trying the jump. Because I know I need to save like a second. One, two, three, 4, 5.
Please wait. Examination complete.
This one ain't gonna work. No, definitely not. Huh. Maybe if I do a setup-less jump, you know, like between the railings on the other side of the console that I'm wanting to jump off of to reach the other thing.
Please wait. Examination complete.
Nope. Hmm.
Please wait. Examination complete.
Fuck. I just there. Do that. I genuinely think I'm starting to think that at this point it isn't really worth it to do the jump, because if you do it setupless, you miss. If you do it, you know, with some setup, you don't make it back in time. Probably the only thing I can really do is do it the normal way and you know, hope that the game never drops my inputs.
Examination complete.
When I hit the run button, you should fucking run. Nope, and I missed. Also, I'm not totally sure if Node Rage has as much effect at this point, because I think the timer there might be based on in-game time rather than real time.
Please wait.
I guess the thing to do is to attempt this until 12 noon, which is for me in about 22 minutes.
Complete.
Didn't even get it. And I died. Like, the thing is, this character is 10%, literally 10% away from being able to do that. If I moved 10% faster, if I took radiation damage 10% slower, if... I mean, maybe not 10% more reach, but...
Please wait.
You know, if this character were 10% better, this would work.
Examination complete.
Also, I wonder if the button actually activates the radiation. So if I were to clip in there without hitting the button, that it wouldn't irradiate me that much. Thing is, I don't think there's... I don't know, could you clip with a hazmat suit? It doesn't help that I don't know how to clip, and it probably doesn't even work on this version anyway. Huh. Alright.
Please wait. Examination complete.
Didn't even hit it. And it didn't even matter.
Please wait. Examination complete.
20, 20, 20. That was a little bit early. Didn't even get it. And even if I did, I would have died. Okay. Hey, Quad. How's things going for you? I'm just attempting to do mass fusion with this character. And I guess actually I've probably I should quickly explain the premise of this area. So yeah, so basically you run there, you hit the button, the agitator casing goes down, you pick up the agitator thingy, and then you run back. That's how you're meant to do this area. My plan to avoid the whole thing where the agitator casing comes down was to run to the button, hit the button, run back and save, and then run and get the agitator. I was able to run through there, hit the button, jump down there, run back, and survive and save. So now, after having loaded in, the agitator casing is still down, because even if you load a save, the status of the agitator casing still persists. Now, when I ran to hit the button and ran back, I tested it. Yeah, so I tested that with the HUD turned on, because I was having issues hitting the button. Right, because I have to be so quick that it's hard to get my invisible crosshair onto the button and back, and you know, make it back. And when I did that test, I made it back with about 2% of my health remaining. About 2%. It wouldn't have been more than 5. I don't think it was as low as 1%. So 2% health left, and the agitator is ever so slightly further away than the button is, which means, you know, running there and back, if I did it, you know, tool assisted perfectly, or to that level, I would probably survive with, you know, having my health go down to as low as 0.1%. Because, you know, you can take a maximum of 1,000 rads, and you know, I guess maybe doing it that way, you know, running all the way there, getting the agitator and running back, you could maybe make it back having taken as much as I can use these perks, and I've already maxed out rad resistance. And on top of that, I went to very extended lengths to get science for and armor for, so that I could do this. This? No, it wouldn't. This is the vault suit, and if you max it out, it gives you 25 rad resistance. And then there's a magazine you can get in the glowing sea, which gives you another 5. So all up I have 60, and that's as much as I can get. And to show you ghoulish. So what it does is it causes radiation to regenerate lost health. Level 2 is even more, level 3 is even more. What that does is, you know, it heals your health but doesn't heal your radiation. Yeah, so there's a couple of perks which are very necessary for this to even be close to possible. You have to have Armor 4 and Science 4 for the Vault jumpsuit. You need to have Rad Resistance for the extra rad resistance. You need to have Nerd Rage for the slow time, which basically extends the amount of time you get to live. And you need Hacker to deactivate the security here, so you can make it out without getting killed by these. And the reason why I don't have a HUD is because primarily this challenge is based on a challenge that another streamer called Weirdest Builds did, where he went through the game with no HUD and not using the Pip-Boy again, except to level up. He did not do this area. He did the Minigun ending, which, under the no HUD, no Pip-Boy rules, requires a DLC to complete. And also, the other reason why there's no HUD is that the idea behind this challenge is that there's no immediate visual cues about things which are happening to my character. So, if I can't view my information in the Pip-Boy and I can't see the HUD, you need to have... It's either the Contraptions DLC or the Wasteland Workshop DLC. Basically, it adds a settlement object called like a baseball pitcher, right? And so one of the quests in the Minigun ending requires you to throw a single artillery smoke grenade so that you can test out the artillery piece. Now, normally you have to equip it through the Pip-Boy to launch it. But you can also, if you have the DLC, build the baseball pitcher, put a artillery smoke grenade into the pitcher, and then just power it, launch it, and it'll just work. Now, yeah, so I mean, my hunch is this technically is possible. Right, because the best case scenario that I have experienced with the agitator is I run up to it, doing the run, not doing the jump. I touch the agitator, which causes me to actually obtain it a few seconds later, but then I immediately run back. I jump down. I hit the button, I run over here, because you take less rads over here than you do over there when the door is open. And then, about half a second to a second later, I die. And then, if I had another half a second to a second on top of that, I would probably survive. So... to do this would require it would require frame perfect button inputs. You would have to start running at the exact moment when the door opens, such that you don't hit the door on your way through. You would have to basically turn, because right now, it takes maybe a quarter of a second to a second to turn. You would probably have to turn on a single frame. Just there, and the next frame there. And then the exact frame, once you've done turning, you'd have to sprint. You'd also have to have, the game never drop your sprint all the way through. You would have to, and you have to do that frame perfect, very quick turn there. You have to do it there, up there, over there. Over that corner. You would have to touch the you would have to touch the agitator at the exact frame that you can interact with it from as far away as possible. And then you have to do like a one frame, 180 turn, jump down, hit the button, run over there, and maybe all of that would be enough for you to survive with like 0.1% health remaining. Alternatively, you could possibly take a few shortcuts. You could, with a test, you could probably sprint jump from there up to that railing, onto there, and then you could jump from that corner onto that console, right over there, onto that bit over there where the button is. Do a frame perfect, a single frame look down to the agitator, hit it, frame perfect looks over in that direction, so you run back this way, and maybe you would survive with a little more health. The problem with that jump, and the reason why I'm not seriously considering doing it for this challenge, is that either you stop for a moment so you can line yourself up, jump onto that console, and then jump across. In which case, the time you take positioning yourself and jumping onto the thing means I thought of that, and my look sensitivity is maxed out. And power armor isn't something that I can use in this challenge, because when you use power armor, it automatically gives you a HUD. It automatically gives you the power armor HUD, and the power armor HUD is not affected by HUD opacity. So with HUD opacity all the way down, if I enter power armor, I will still have a HUD. And this is even the case to this is even the case if I am not wearing the helmet. If I'm not wearing the helmet, I still get the power armor HUD. And I mean, something that's sort of implicit in the challenges I do is that I do it either completely vanilla, no mods at all, or only using mods that don't make it possible where it would otherwise be impossible, such that the challenge that I do is possible if anybody doing it doesn't need to have mods to do it. Plus, if I were on PC, I wouldn't need to use a mod to remove the power armor HUD. I think in the INI file for Fallout 4, or one of the settings files, there's a hidden setting for the opacity of the power armor HUD. If you edit that and set the opacity to 0, you would not have a HUD in power armor, and thus you could do this, that way. And this is something that somebody on PC could do without using a mod. And I would probably consider that to be more acceptable than you using specifically a mod. But since I'm on console, I can't access the settings file directly. Or I guess the only way I could access it would be maybe if I downloaded it onto my computer, edited it with a hex editor, and then reinstalled it onto my PS4. Maybe that would do the trick. But you know, that feels cheatier than doing it on the PC, and it might not even be doable because the settings file for the PS4 might be encrypted. Or it might be obfuscated in a way that would make it very hard for me to edit it. So, I mean, now it's 12, and I did say I was gonna you know, stop attempting this, and I think I'll do that. There's a couple of items here which I can pick up. I think I've already...
Loctite.
Oh well. I won't worry about that too much. I guess I'll just look for some other random stuff in here to sell when I leave. Oh, well, that was accidental. Accidental. Yeah, so this doesn't mean that I'm going to give up on the challenge entirely because I can't do this. Because I have a plan B and I have a plan C. The plan B is to do the Minutemen ending, right? But to see if I can find a way without DLCs to have an artillery smoke grenade be thrown that doesn't involve me equipping it on myself via the Pip-Boy. And I think there's a way that, you know, could work, but I don't know if it would work. And that's to use the that's to essentially what I have to do Guess I might as well fill up my weight with other items while I'm here. Okay. I'm over in cupboard, but once I leave here, I'll be in the sun and then I can walk around. So my idea is taking everybody at the castle, removing their weapons so they're using fists, and then giving them an artillery smoke grenade each. So that the only weapon they have is an artillery smoke grenade. Then I'll aggro them probably by shooting at Preston, and then run over to the area where I would have to do the throw the grenade. Okay. Now, no worries acquired. So the basic idea is to get them to throw artillery smoke grenades at me, or otherwise, I guess lure some hostile creatures over to that point so that they can throw the grenades at them, and then hopefully that will count. If I can't find a way,
Weapon here for every situation.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Purchase of a rock.
so let's say, for example, that I guess I could at this point enter, pick up the one fusion core from wherever I left it and enter Vault E1, but it doesn't matter now. Okay. So anyway. Alright.
What are you
Buddy, I need to be a lot more high.
So yeah, anyway. If somehow it turns out that I can't trick them into throwing artillery smoke grenades at me, which, if they had any other type of grenade, they would probably throw it at me, but with a smoke grenade, it's possible that they wouldn't it's possible that the AI would not actually throw the smoke grenade, because the smoke grenade does like a nameplate damage of like 1, whereas fists automatically does something like 10 damage. So if the AI is just use whatever I have that does the most damage, then it's not going to work. However, if the AI is like, this target is too far away for me to hit with my fists, and all I have is this artillery smoke grenade, so I'm going to throw that. You know, without really recognizing that the artillery smoke grenade does 1 damage. So if that's how they behave, where they judge it based not on the damage that the smoke grenade does, but more based on distance and trying to throw smoke grenades at me without realizing that the smoke grenade itself does 1 damage, and also without realizing that the effect of the smoke grenade is a lot of damage. If that's how it works, maybe this would be possible after all. Also, on the way to the castle, I have to stop off at the Prudwin so that I can pickpocket the network scan off of Proctor Ingram, because I kind of need that to do the Minigun ending. Also, I guess I'll check. Yeah, some purified water. Okay. Also, this guy. Oh, that one was alive. This one isn't. These guys keep dying. Oh. So, if I can't manage to, trick the game into having an artillery smoke grenade be thrown without using the Pip-Boy to equip it, then what I'll do is I will drop the no DLC condition off of the challenge, right? And then because I don't want to buy a DLC just to do one challenge. So what I'll do is I'll pretend that I have the DLC, and I'll just just for that one thing, turn on the Pip-Boy. Actually, I probably won't even set the thing on. I'll just... Yeah, that was weirdest builds. I don't know if you were here when I mentioned that. No. Okay, yeah, you weren't here when I mentioned that, but... Yeah, I'm aware that you can use the baseball pitcher from either the Contraptions Workshop or the Wasteland Workshop to throw the smoke grenade. And so, if I can't have the smoke grenade be thrown without using that settlement object, I'll pretend that I have that object and the DLC, and equip the item as normal, throw it as normal, and then just de-equip it or just never use it again. So yeah. Although, I wonder if the Minutemen quest line.
Attention all personnel. I'm disappointed
Yeah.
I need to address this, but unsanctioned social contact with Commonwealth natives is strictly prohibited.
I'll save here.
Who was engaged in such fraternization should report to Night Captain Cade for immediate.
Alright, yeah. So that's what I would do. The other thing I was going to say is, because the Minutemen quest lines are the only place outside of the vault where an item gets equipped. Right, when the minigun. If that's the only quest line, I wonder if up until old guns and picking up the smoke grenades for that quest, if all the way up to that point I never picked up anything that was a throwable. No Molotovs, no frag grenades, no nuke grenades, no pulse grenades, plasma grenades, vertibird grenades, relay grenades. Nothing that's throwable. If I didn't ever pick up anything like that and put into my inventory, I wonder if the game would. I wonder if the game would decide. This person has never picked up anything like this, so we're going to automatically equip this item. I wonder if that's the case.
That is all.
I guess when I do a no items run, I'll probably find out. So I have to... Where's... Isn't...
How can a machine believe it's alive? You haven't lived. Looks like Liberty Prime's coming along.
Yep, that's... So where's Proctor Ingram? Yeah. I think Proctor Ingram is down at... I think Proctor Ingram is down at the bottom area. So I guess I'll, go downstairs and make sure. Oh yeah, okay, there she is. Alright. It's probably a little bit more awkward, but... Actually, I'll probably just move the bed over here. So that I don't have to run as far. Because... To do the Minigun quest line, I have to... Okay. So I'm going to drop a save here. Go over to Ingram and then attempt to pickpocket the thing off of her.
Looks pretty dangerous in there. You have enough radiation protection on you?
Nope. Do you?
Yeah, I have some with me. You really need to be more prepared for these things. I have 2 Rad-X ampoules, but I don't think it's going to be enough. You know, this was a nuclear... If you look around, I'm sure you can find something.
Huh. Okay, there we go. So we need that item. And we have it. Yeah, I'll just show over here that I definitely have it. Yep, network scanner.
More interesting working up here than scouring the Commonwealth for robot parts.
So now that I have it, I'll drop a save and... Actually... Yeah, you know what, I'll just drop a save. Full one. Welcome back, Acquired. So, just a quick refresher. I decided... so I decided that I wasn't going to do the Inside of Mass Fusion. Plan B is going to the castle, doing old guns, and having the artillery smoke grenade be thrown by... giving the settlers their smoke grenades, removing the other weapons, and doing it that way, and basically and then either aggro them at me or lure enemies over to them, so that they throw the smoke grenades at the area where it has to be thrown at. If I can't get that to work, and the reason why it wouldn't work if it doesn't work is because the smoke grenade item itself does 1 damage, whereas fists do something like 5 to 10 damage. So that, purely going based on damage, they would prioritize fists. But if they were also going based on like range, then they would use the smoke grenade.
Reminder of what we're fighting for. Don't forget to give that holotape to Sturgis. They'll need time to analyze the data.
Okay.
Is there something you need?
Yes.
I want to trade a few things. Whatever you need, Jen.
You can keep your clothing.
If there's anything else you need.
No, nothing.
All right.
Maybe if I equipped him with something melee, he would
Ready to talk to me?
be better. Yeah, here I am.
Here I am. What did you need?
I'm Ronnie Shaw, Commonwealth Minuteman. At least I was. Back before Joe Becker got idiots took over.
It's called the Hornet's Nest.
Glad to meet you.
There's a magazine.
Ah, well, you're right about that. I feel like some of these you've got still
You know,
need to have diapers changed.
the bridge north to Bunker Hill. If at the road on the riverside, if you go east between where you are and the big ship, or you know where the big ship was, if you've already launched it, there's a laundromat, and in there you can find the magazine that gives you this haircut.
I'd still like to hear what you came to talk to me about.
Heard you were trying to get the Minutemen back on their feet. Thought I'd come see the new. So what's your story?
Uh-huh. The Minutemen are the good guys again. People are starting to realize that.
I've heard some good things. Wouldn't be here otherwise. Now that I'm here, I can see you really need my help.
We can always use more experienced soldiers.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I'm probably all of our best equipment was stored there. Weapons, ammo, schematics, you name it. Come on, I'll show you.
Okay. I guess I could take her ammo. Yeah, I could take her ammo. I don't know. Maybe it's just...
We've got to get the transmitter powered back up before I can get back to broadcasting.
Let's trade.
Okay, he's already got nothing. A lot of these guys... they've...
Let's trade some things.
a lot of these guys already have no weapons because...
Go ahead.
Yeah, she's got nothing. He's got items.
Yeah? Just looking to trade a little. Sure.
No hat for you. Okay. Oh, there's this guy.
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
Let's trade.
Okay.
Oh, he's got... I might want to consider giving that to Preston. Because the pipe pistol would probably do less damage to me than the laser musket would. So he's out and about. There's probably going to be nobody sleeping in here. I should drink a bit while I'm at it. Alright. That leaves that up a bit. What we dealt with you and
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
oh yeah, I've got to do you now. Alright. I'm also going to put away this.
Got to get the transmitter.
So that nobody else comes in that can shoot me with actual weapons. Run away and wait. That's, you know, basically how I do it.
You know what I call a good day? One
Okay, I've already done with all that.
This is the door to the Good. Looks like it might still be intact. Trick now is...
I hope you have an
Of course I do. If you can't...
So I've already been through the tunnels. I've removed the landmines and killed the turret, but I haven't dealt with Sarge, the sentry bot.
This was the general's quarters. Used to be a tunnel leading from here to the armory. Wow, looky here. You've already cleared it. Good job. Let's get down there and see if there's still a way through.
Okay. So she'll go in. I'm going to move the full bed over to there so that I can save a little bit more conveniently. Yeah, that'll do. 1 hour will be fine. Okay. And also normally Sarge is extremely difficult. But, you know, since I have a gun, I can sort of, you know, attack him without him hurting me that much. I'm gonna do one there and then one there. Okay. If I took the perk, so if I took this perk, Robotics Expert, I could, but I guess then the trouble would be getting close enough to him to actually do it, but also Sarge has difficulty going through this door here. But ow. Out of my way! Oh, no. Okay, so the sentry at Mass Fusion wasn't disabled by Robotics Expert. There's a terminal in Mass Fusion that you can hack with Master Hacking that opens the door to the sentry bot, and then the other terminal in there lets you deactivate the security, which deactivates the sentry bot. Also, the sentry bot doesn't activate at all unless you enter the radioactive area, pick up the agitator, head back, open the door, and then that's when the sentry bot leaves its area. Okay, you go over there and I'll... Nope, that's not a good sign. Now, of course, I could just wait for Ronnie to do it all, to shoot him to death for me, but that takes a long time. You know, just this once I want her to actually behave like she isn't immortal. Oh, she can. If Ronnie gets downed by Sarge, she just gets up a little bit later. And, you know, she's just fine. There have been times when I've just waited for her to shoot Sarge over and over. Shit. Okay. So that was close, but I did manage to get away in time. But yeah, if you just wait for her. Oh yeah, Stimpak. If you just wait for her, then eventually she will whittle down Sarge to nothing. Okay, I'm still damaged, so I'll do a full sleep so I can get myself up to full health. It's very hard for him to get through. I have seen him get through that doorway, but it's not very common. Here we go. Plus, I think he's somewhat close to death anyway. Okay, it's right there. I've also been killed by... Well, probably. Yes. Yeah, he was definitely still damaged. I can't see his actual overall health, but I can see his limb health, and his torso is at least still damaged from where he was. Also, he's just right there. Ow. What? Okay. Oh. Shit. I mean, waiting for her to deal with him isn't even, you know, taking this game up to full cheese. Okay, damage him a bit more. Okay, he's close to death. There we go. With sentry bots, it's always good to wait a bit before looting them. You know, just in case the game decides, oh, I'm gonna have this guy blow up twice. What's that? I think that's just a pull cue ball.
For the Commonwealth. Oh, it's been a long time. United we stand.
There we go.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, I'll take that to sell.
Hey, Ronnie.
Howdy.
Do you have something to say?
You need something, General?
Well, I guess not. Normally she has something to say about him being there, but maybe not. Yeah. I mean... So are you in here now? Yeah, okay. She's over here now. Okay.
Excellent. The armory's still intact. Everything we need. Just waiting for us.
Small grenades. Also, there's a nuke grenade over here.
I have to admit, Ronnie, having artillery would help out quite a bit.
Oh, we used to. All right.
Okay. That over-encumbers me. Yeah, that new grenade is always there. No, it's a constant spawn. Oh, we just need wood. Okay, That's steel. That's also steel. Aha! Okay. I'm gonna put this over here. I'll assign some random person. Is anybody without a job? If there is, they've run away, so I'm gonna put you onto that. And also sell some of that stuff.
One day, we'll put this back together. Better than ever.
Not many doctors around these days. Let me take.
Actually, I need some...
I suppose.
Yeah, but you can put them anywhere. It doesn't really matter. Okay.
We've got to get the transmitter powered back up.
So there's that. 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 Loads of syllables. Should also sell that and that. How much reserve do I have? 5. Okay. How much do these weigh? Oh, I'm exactly at the limit. Alright. And the flares won't really matter that much. So, I'm going to give everybody here a smoke grenade.
Hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
Can we trade a few things?
Of course.
Oh, you can't even equip them with it.
Just looking to trade a little.
We've got to
Yeah, I'm gonna give a smoke grenade to everybody anyway.
Work never changes.
I just want to trade a few things.
Of course.
Okay. Be difficult with that guy to take it from him, but have I given Preston one? I don't think I have. Preston. Oh. Oh, there he is.
I just want to trade a few things.
Okay.
Is there something you need? I want to trade a few things. Of course.
Okay. You take one.
Anything else? No, nothing. No problem.
That's it for the people that I can trade with, I think. So next thing to do would be to save and then pickpocket onto everyone. One hour. Nice. Okay. So there's that one, and then I got to pickpocket it onto Ronnie, provided I can actually manage that. Okay, where did she go? Where is she? Ronnie. There you are. Alright. Nope. Okay, let's at least see if they start throwing grenades at me. Preston's shooting. Fuck. You want to throw a grenade at me? Oh, he's still... Ow. Fuck. Ow. Yeah. Yeah. Me either. She's shooting at me. And there we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I guess, yeah, plan C. So we gotta talk to Ronnie.
Hi.
Looks like you've got everything we need. Gosh darn, it's good to see artillery. Now here's the thing about the big guns. They can't fire at anything too close, but their range is impressive. That's what the smoke grenades are for. Toss one of those at the bad guys. If we have artillery in range, we'll confirm over the radio and target our fire on your smoke. But first, we've got to do a test fire. Make sure we're hitting what we're aiming at. You see that little building over there? We'll use that.
Plan C is, I guess, oh. Weird. Hold on. So if I do... Yeah, so my body is reacting to that. If I do... I'll do this via this. Alright. My bot wasn't willing to change my stream title, so I did it through my chat service. Alright. Yeah, so plan C is pretend that I have the DLC I need to do this and just equip the smoke grenade and throw it as normal. You know, as if I had the DLC that would let me do it normally.
For our aiming point. Keep your radio on and tuned to radio freedom so we can confirm we're ready.
Alright.
I just need to trade gear with you.
Oh, I guess now I could take her stuff. Well, I guess those are mine.
Put smoke on that target. We'll see if we can hit it.
Okay, so... Oh yeah, first thing I had to do is turn on the radio. So I'll shut that off. Move this over here. Out of my way.
I think we're really starting to make a difference.
Yep, so now he's all good. We just turn that off. And the least I can do... Okay. Is, you know, do it without turning the Pip-Boy back on. So I'm going to equip it. Just for this one thing. Throw it over there. Okay, yeah, he's working on it. Boom! Doink. I think that was the fourth one. All right. Now I'm going to put away the rest of it so that I don't accidentally throw it. Okay, and it also removes the equip of it. Yeah. So...
I'd like to trade some items.
I guess she's done. Now I have to talk to Preston.
Remind them what it's all. I've got to hand it to you, General. You really turned things around for the Minutemen. I never thought I'd see the day that the Minutemen had artillery support again. We should see about building them at all our settlements to expand our coverage. And Ronnie Shaw returns. She's something else, isn't she?
Yeah, she definitely...
Ha! I'd heard stories. The fact that she's come. I'll let you know in the meantime.
Right.
Okay.
Hey there.
Is there something you need?
No.
Nope.
Nothing.
No problem.
Alright. So now we've done old guns. While pretending that we have the DLC. We also now know that No HUD, No Pip-Boy is... It's technically possible, but like human impossible. Anyway, there are people that do strats in speedruns which would normally be tool assisted only. There are people who are so good at the speedruns they do that they're even able to rival tool assisted speedruns. And so somebody who's a lot better with like doing very precise button pushes could probably do this. Do this without having to do this quest. But yeah, that's that done. The next thing to do is to send the network scan over to Sturgis so that he can decode it. So I'll probably do that in the next stream. And yeah. It's possible I could be done with the challenge by tomorrow. Provided the Institute isn't that bad. Also, there's a yeah. Also, at some point, I have to defend the castle from the Institute, but that'll be easy. So yeah, I'm gonna drop a full save before I forget and lose some progress. And let's see if there's anybody to host. Okay.